Hello everybody, welcome back to the Maverick channel, and here we cover crypto content of all shape, form and sizes on this channel, guys. So please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button because it's very important for the growth of this channel. So now guys, in the crypto space or generally in life, you have to be fluid like water or else you risk getting irrelevant, especially in the crypto space. But at the same time, you have to have the ability to recognize things that are here for the short term or things that are here with longevity, so things that are going to be here 3, 5, 10 years from today and even beyond that. And also you need to be able to distinguish between what is hype and what is not hype. So guys, what I talk about on this channel is mostly looking at that macro perspective, seeing where we want to go, where we are and where we're going, so having that long-term view in the crypto space. But also actually, that brings me to the point of branding that I want to talk about today. But before we get into that, I'm going to explain a little bit of what you're seeing on the screen. But before we get into that, I want to, of course, talk about the fact of how crypto is pumping. Of course, Bitcoin is $46,600, which is quite high from the lowest point that we saw this year. And of course, Ethereum 3,200. The stablecoins are balancing. Binance Coin, everything is going up, and you can see generally the vibes on Twitter. Everyone's just talking about how we're in an altcoin season, another altcoin season, or I don't know, it's something is starting again. But no one's really sure. When you hear people talk, no one's really sure of why this is happening. We don't know whether it's scares or just whales are bark. We're not too sure if the whales are just back into the market with their money, with their massive amount of money, or if genuinely the market is recovering because of fears, or maybe the market already priced in all the uncertainty that we're seeing before. So if that was priced in before, and these could be cascading effects of all that reinvestment, especially when the market was fearful, a lot of the smart money was investing at that time. So if this is true, if this is a true market recovery, not a fake out, then soon rather than later, we'll see some of the other money come into the market, which might lead to another spike. I mean, guys, you never know. This thing could go either way, but it's nice to see green in the market. It adds some more energy to the crypto space. So guys, what I want to allude to do today, look at this right here. This is a massive event, the final event in the Decentraland Fashion Week, and this has been happening for about 5 days. This whole Decentraland Metaverse Fashion Week, that's what it's called. So this branding here, these are the new types of brands that are forming. There's others that are not on this list, and some of these are individuals, just like you can see me there. But this was published by MetaKey, the company they like to talk about, and this is sort of the circle, the people they're involved in. Mari, you can recognize Mari, who's the founder. You can recognize some of the biggest brands like Voxodeus. These are multi-million-dollar brands that are forming. Ethermon, Red Village, you can see some other, let me mute this, you can see some other, if you look around here, Whale Shark, Days, and then you can notice this artifact portfolio, I think this is DCL Jackson, but then the other companies like Australian Open, Metazone, Macomatic. You can recognize some faces of companies and individuals. Decentraland here. So you know that MetaKey is one of these companies that's getting into partnerships with multiple people and multiple companies to be sort of like the intermediator, to create an infrastructure framework where people can access real estate and all kinds of things through the MetaKey, which I think it's a very interesting idea because we're seeing a new paradigm shift in the type of branding. Guys, some of the brands you're seeing here are multi-million-dollar brands, despite the fact that they're new, and all of these are in the NFT space. So we're seeing an interesting paradigm shift, guys. If you want to follow up on such things, to see, to have an eye, to see, to sort of have a, what should you call it? Be able to have a glance, to have a glance of what might come in the future, then this is a very good place to look at, because these guys have pulled so much, they have so many connections because of the type of person, the type of the founder of the MetaKey company, because of the type of person he is and how respected he is in the community. He's able to pull so much more valuable effect to his ecosystem, to the ecosystem that they're building, and have this cascade into other ecosystems that are independent and are extremely successful on their own. And acting as an intermediary with this, I think there's some interesting stuff that's to come. And of course, there's some interesting announcements they made in the past, and you might want to take a look at this. You might want to also follow some of these people if you want to get a glance, to have that glance into what's truly going on in the NFT space, a legitimate glance of what's going on in the NFT space, especially, or branding space, or how the space is developing. So one of the others, this is a company, Ouroboros, closing show for the world's first Metaverse Fashion Week in Decentraland. Ouroboros X Crimes Metaverse Fashion Week. X Grimes Metaverse Fashion Week closing show. So these guys are holding a closing show. But guys, what I wanted to allude to here is that these companies like also there's Voxodeus, there's the Vogu, some interesting branding, advertising starting here. We could easily see the future Dolce & Gabbana, the future all those other Versace and so on forming from this in a virtual space. So we could easily see these new companies usurp the old traditional brands that we know of. And this was a schedule of what was happening in the whole Metaverse Fashion Week before I show you that last clip of what's going on in the last show. And you can see this started from the 23rd of March, stretching all the way through to today, which is essentially the 28th of March, which we have, where we have the last show. The Metaverse Fashion Week digital physical event. Then you have companies like, you can actually see UNXD Luxury, Metaverse Fashion Week, Dolce & Gabbana, Vogu, the ones I've talked about, Rarible, some of the biggest NFT trading platforms in the crypto space. Gary McQueen, we see all kinds of people here, mini games, Dragon City Walk, Fashion Walk, Metaloop Day One. So there was a whole schedule of properly organized schedule of these companies that are going to participate specifically in this Metaverse Fashion Week. And the Ouroboros organization, which is a metaverse native luxury fashion house creating for the physical and digital world. So they're creating both physical and digital world, and this is their arena. We've seen amazing arenas out there. We can see Boson Protocol over there. I guess they helped in building this. Other brands advertising there. And in here we see some interesting stuff going on here. I can play the sound. You can see art pieces. There's some interesting stuff going on. So we're seeing some interesting paradigm shift in the creativity of humans, given the fact that when you have real estate in Decentraland, you can truly create your own stuff because they have a software development kit, but which means you can implement all kinds of algorithms to do all kinds of stuff that you want to do. And also you can design your own art, your own wearables, and you can trade them on their marketplace, which means millions and millions of dollars are flowing in this marketplace as we speak. Thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars are being traded every day on this marketplace with their native currency within the Ethereum, using Ethereum and other native cryptocurrencies within this space. Decentraland is so big we can't truly know what is going on, but you can see concentration of people where people are. And some areas where people focus on the most. Here there's some mining. Here's poker. So there's a lot of poker going on here, some high-level brands. Samsung is on this side, and we've got the Dragon City this side. These are estates, Dragon City down here. The plaza where people normally drop when they drop in. So guys, we're seeing the future form right in front of our eyes. Of course, the other metaverse sort of ecosystems forming, but Decentraland is the first of its kind, which means they're time-tested, they're tried and tested, and they really know where they want to be. And they're implementing features that people are asking for, like VR and so on. So it's an interesting space. We'll see how this space matures, but the point of today's video was to allude to the fact that we have some serious new competition in the branding arena rising from the crypto space. Who knew that memes will be the future? Alright guys, I hope you learned something, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.